Hello and welcome to the Cowboy for Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Kurt from Locals and from Top 2 at States, and Ben from Nolan CCG.
Fucks and words. That's all we're here for. We're all here for fucks and words and moves.
Yeah, pretty much.
How was our little over a week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Starting with Kurt.
Well, I will start. Do you start with states last or
Let's talk about states.
okay?
You want to talk about your locals?
States last Sunday? I ended up finishing second place after 7 rounds of Swiss and 3 rounds of Top Cup. My overall, I went 6-1 in Swiss, and then obviously 1-2 in Top Cut, and then so round 1, I ended up versing Blue Eyes, lost the die roll, but won 2-1. I ended up judgmenting in the last 2 minutes of the game, just to stop his turn to be able to go for game. So I was like, I need to do that. Round 2, I versed the Adodic Mitsu. Lost the die roll
Pure
to
snake.
that.
That is pure snake.
Pure snake reptile.
Many snake.
2-0'd him because he just didn't have much engine.
But there's so many snakes.
It's like that's like the most consistent version of that deck.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hit something that I thought would hit good, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll pass. In the end, he ended up going for the Lizardos to try and get a draw. I was like, okay, cool.
Fun fact,
that's a water.
Also a snake.
Yeah, that deck can't activate Lizardos under draw, by the way. Fun fact.
Yeah.
You can in Malice, you can't in
You have
Reptile.
to draw. The Lizardos has
The
to
draw
draw
is mandatory.
if you do a reptile.
So in
so
Pure
unless they
Reptile,
banish a hand trap, it won't work.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Pure Reptile, they can't activate on the draw.
That's funny.
But in the end, I was able to super poly the lizard. Purple Crystron. Like, you have nothing.
Hey.
Then I went on a run of Raziel variants with Mitsu Raziel twice. Both lost the die rolls, both won. Then versed your loss in Heraldic Raziel. He was the one I lost to in States beforehand as well. I won the die roll but lost. That was my one loss of Swiss into time. He ended up getting a time warning. Whatever. Then I versed in round 6 the Ryugi. The Ryugi? That.
There was a lot of random jank in round 5 that was still doing quite well.
Yeah.
How is this deck 5-1?
It lost the rest of the matches for the rest of the day because it didn't make top cut.
Game 2 was normal summon and inspection border pass.
Oh, it's that guy. Okay, it's that guy.
Yes, Ryugi.
This was going around the room, by the way, that there was a guy playing Inspector Border Pass.
I was like...
Yeah. So he was just winning random matchups just from normal summon Inspector Border in game 1 after winning die roll, and his opponent just not having it out.
My Foolish Burial into Droplet was quite good.
Yeah. Look, I am curious if there's a world where you can just main deck 3 Inspector Border, and just if you win die roll, you just normal summon it, and just see if your opponent has it out.
Quick story. I thought that would be the case. This was back when Inspector Border was new.
Yep.
I was playing Mech Knights in side events at YCS.
Yep. Yeah.
And I had Inspector Border in the side, and I lost to, I think it was Spiral or something or other at the time.
Yep.
No, it was...
it's a level 4.
It was...
Border Raziel.
What's the big Xyz that just locked you out of the game? Not the rank 9, the rank 4.
Rank 4? I thought it was rank 5.
Oh, whichever it is.
As I thought?
No. The other one. The one that's like detaches material each standby phase and whatever.
Baguska.
No. The one that's banned.
Shockmaster?
No, it's one of the...
Rongo.
Rongo.
Yeah.
Yes. I was versing Rongo Turbo, lost the first game. Game 2, I'd set...
Good out here never having to play against Rongo Turbo, by the way.
I at least knew it.
Yeah, I just struggled with the name.
Rongo Bongo is fucked.
I knew it was a master.
I thought that my normal summon Inspector Border set Mech Knight quick play spell would be enough. He opened Bancrotops So
Yeah.
he just goes whack, punch, continue turn.
Yeah.
So after those 6 rounds, I finally versed a Malice in round 7 after me citing so much hate for Malice.
Fun fact: Malice hate works against Chris Ron.
Mm.
Only some people know that.
Yeah. Not enough people from the results.
Kurt
that
out here
Kurt
going
showed.
like this. He gets Lancey and he's like,
I get Lancey, but I can
Which
still
one's
do more
over?
than... Well, actually, Malice can do.
yeah,
I could do.
ask Fox.
Too soon. Too soon.
I ended up 2-1 in him because he bricked very hard in the last game, so I was quite lucky with that. I went into top cut versus pure Mewtwo in round 1. Lost die roll, but he went set up a board. I super polyed it. Game 2, set up a board. I super polyed it twice. Jesus, sorry. Nice knowing ya. Mitsu Raziel in round 2. This was ended up close because he ended up stuffing himself and burning for 800 last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep.
So I was like, all I have to do kind of
Perform your combo at a timely pace.
combo and a timely pace, and then attack for a little bit more if I needed to. Round 3, which is the final, I ended up versing Memento, lost the die roll again. All in all, I don't know what all the Memento cards do. I could have probably
I blame Francis.
I could have probably negated a card. So there was the 2 that could attack for every card and inflict piercing or attack directly. All I had to do was negate both of them at their correct spots. I ended up negating one wave before it came out.
Yep.
Or I could have just kept the nib that I had in my hand that I pitched.
Yeah, fair.
And way more. I could have just came back. But anyway, second place, best I've ever done.
You got a Switch and nothing really else.
I'm happy with the trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't.
But what
have
about the
trophy.
Switch?
Switch is quite hard.
So Kurt has a Switch 2 for sale if anyone would like to purchase one.
Not a Switch 2.
Yeah, please ignore the fact that the Switch 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah, that Switch 2 is going to be
There's a-
delayed. You
Yeah.
need to buy the E OLED.
It's also going to be bricked the second you touch it, so you're probably better off
Tariffs.
buying the old one. Just going to say.
Don't get tariffed out. Buy Kurt's Switch.
Tuesday, I came second.
Somehow.
Playing the same list.
Second to who?
Jake, how was your week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
It was great. So I couldn't be bothered putting my pile of garbage dark monsters back together. So I was still playing Fiendsmith Unchained and won on Tuesday. Versed Kurt in round 3. Yeah. And then round 4, I was versing Dark Magician. The only reason I lost one of the games is because he went first and put up Secret Village. And the only way that I was able to play was if I was able to activate the spell card in my hand.
Ah, okay.
If I'd gotten the spell card, I could have gotten the monster that popped the trap that I also opened that got the whole combo. Because, outside of him locking me out of spells, he had nothing.
Did you side in Droll and Vela so that you had
Droll was already
spellcasters
in
to
my
normal
actually,
summon?
No. So because I figured, just watching the sort of first turn plays, there wasn't as many searches. I kind of sided out Drolls into other stuff. Well, yeah, in hindsight, sure. In hindsight,
Is
sure.
Anima a spellcaster?
Yes.
Do you play Anima?
No.
I
Do
also play Anima.
you think I have space in the second I do anything, I'm locked into Fiends for a random ass spellcaster level 1?
Yeah.
Rank 1?
It punishes shit players. Anima punishes so many people. I love it. I love it. It's part of the reason I played Snake Eyes for so long.
The thing is, for the most part, in most of the games that you play on Master Duel, it kind of teaches you these random things of don't set up columns, don't summon to certain zones, don't put your cards in the middle, all that kind of shit. Because you do, I don't know if it's just on variance because you're playing more games more often, or whether it's just that you verse the random animas or the
Snake Eyes is still prevalent.
Geonator transverses and all that kind of stuff. You just have this inherent knowledge. of like, okay, this is like your sort of fundamentals of
There's
not where
only
to
one
put
safe
shit.
zone to leave your boss monster.
Snake Eye
Yeah,
has definitely
far right.
added something in my.
But it's the same as
never gonna
Mech
tell
right?
what that is.
At the time that Mech Knights were relevant, which seems like a fucking decade ago now, there was a thing where like you would make your board unpretty, like you wouldn't T set, you wouldn't
Yeah.
like set them in a certain pattern because you'd just be setting up for Mech Knights.
It's called going wombo. So you got W for wombo.
W.
It's the most disgusting thing you've ever said to me.
You don't want to do an M for mini because then you get animated because you got your two monsters up top. You make a W.
Yes, you did a
for wombo.
You want war. So yeah, so that was my week thus far. We've got locals later today.
Moo.
No, you don't want for moo. You want W for woo. But anyway, we've got locals later today. Still playing Featsmith Unchained because I still can't be bothered building anything else. I do have another deck sort of building in my brain, but given that this is a very droll-heavy format, it probably won't work.
That deck is Malice.
No, it's not.
Except it has. I forgot the card.
Orcust and
Synapse
Horus.
Mining.
No, it's not that. It's not even like it's nowhere near. It's not even on the fringes of the meta. It's fucking trash.
It's appliances.
No, it's not.
Your
I know.
elements.
Oh, Trillmas don't give a shit about draw. I've added my field spell. My adding is done.
Alice Tyrann.
Yeah. Activate.
Not without snow.
You could do it.
I could do lots of things. Doesn't mean I'm going to.
You can sign up mining, discard a Terra Element card.
Combo.
Oh, yeah, that's how that works. Anyway, and then we'll get into some news as to what I've been doing in Master Duel recently. Quick spoiler, it is probably the more interesting thing that's happened in Master Duel for quite some time. But before we do that, Ben, how was your week?
I went X1. It was fine. We move on.
Okay.
It was pretty uneventful.
Ben
Like,
has places to be, so he doesn't want to talk. So
I beat Ben.
yeah, set game 1 Super Poly beat Ben.
yeah, that happens.
I was like, if this set card's a bluff, I win. And then he flipped Super Poly, and I was like,
It was not a bluff.
that specifically means I don't have any materials left on board. I just needed one card to make a Link monster, and I was off to the races. Although, sorry, I did realize that I've been handicapping myself this whole time. I realized after our match that Marchair can banish from hand.
Oh yeah,
So,
did
like-
you not?
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where I've bricked on like off after getting interacted with and being like, damn, if I could just Marchair from hand, this would be great. Turns out it can.
Great news.
Yeah, great news. Card can. You can just start your combo with Marchair, banish, summon, affect someone back.
Like, even if your opponent opens semi-weak or, like, you just want to get a bit of a head start, you can do it off turn. Like, you can banish a white
certainly.
rabbit and start doing stuff on your opponent's turn.
It says to be during
not-
the main phase, though, which is the problem.
Yeah, well, like, it's not amazing to do it off turn, but you can.
Playing that one-off talents they're going to have. Anyway, we move.
It is shocking how many
there's-
people open the one-off talents.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
So, moving on to some news, we start with Master Duel. So, the event that I was mentioning before is the new Fusion Xyz and Link Festival, but with a difference. So, this one is called the Dice Rally, and how it functions
it's not even
is-
Dungeon Dice Monsters.
No,
They're imposters.
not even anywhere near that, to be perfectly
Imposters.
honest. So, basically, with this, there's a little sort of like snake and ladders board, except there's not any snakes. It's all ladders.
Is there even ladders?
No, there is ladders. So basically,
So you can skip spots. Just to
you-
clarify.
you pick your deck, whatever that may be. They've got 3 loners. A lot of people seem to be going for the Ra deck for reasons I don't fully understand.
Raw.
But basically, if you win a duel, you earn points, which gets you either 1 or 2, maybe if you're very lucky and very points heavy, 3 dice to roll. Those dice move you up the board, and depending on what space you land on, different things apply. So the ones that are pretty typical, they've got like the different card rarities in like a certain pool. They're all like luck-based cards, basically.
Sure.
But depending on which one you land on, you start the duel with that card either on field or in hand. Like if you get a monster, it's just on the board.
Okay.
They've got one that you each start the duel with an extra card, like you draw an extra card to
Okay.
start the turn.
Sure.
Well, actually, no, you just start with an extra card. You don't even draw an extra one for turn. So you both start with 6. Then there's one that halves both players' life points to start the duel. Yeah, it's not fun. And then there's one that lets you move 2 spaces forward, just basically accelerate it. I feel like that
Move.
one's just being lazy and not wanting to put more things on the board.
Just saying, it's chain burn.
Yeah, so that is, I guess, the meta of it, as well as just going second decks, because if you know that you're going to be starting on half life points, you just let your opponent go first. You have to do half the damage.
Look fair. Okay.
The complication with that is obviously the ban list. The ban list has decimated most things except for Beansmith, because Lacrima just released. And what was the other one?
Rescue
Blue
Ace?
Eyes.
Because it's in the loaded deck campaign.
Well, we'll get to that shortly. But yeah, Blue Eyes and Fiendsmith are untouched, aside from Fiendsmith's obviously.
Having 2 engraver.
Yeah. So yeah.
Bernie dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Fusion Lacrima is still there. So
You do 1200 damage so that your 2800 attack fusion monster can attack for exact game. Yes.
if you roll that specific thing. But yeah, bunch of gems up for grabs. The one thing I haven't been able to clarify, and I'm not super invested into doing so, is whether you actually get the cards that you start the duels with, like whether they go into your collection. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, sure.
It'd be cool if so. Like, they're not amazing cards.
3 cards. Woo!
The one that I keep getting is a Ritual Zera that has like a dice roll effect to destroy stuff.
Okay, sure.
But the thing is,
Orgoth, the Relentless.
the thing is, it's not good if you're going first.
Yep.
But if you're going second, your opponent's getting rid of it.
Okay, fair. Very fair.
Besides that, though, we do have the Loner deck campaign having started in Master Duel as well. Similar to the last one, they preview the Loner decks that they're selling in the OCG so that you can play them in just your usual ladder. They've also got 2 solo modes going for them so that you can earn icons and things and get familiar with the decks. So the 2 of them are Exosister. Honestly, not a bad build except for the one of Nibiru.
Well, you got to fill the 40th card.
Well, I'm assuming that it was 2-dimensional shifter and they've just sort of swapped
This
it
is
in.
actually literally just the list from the Exorcist Loner deck for your tactical try. This is the exact deck list.
Yeah.
That's why it's got 1.
Yeah.
It's a structure deck.
I suppose there's cross out as
it's
well.
also-
So
Yeah, it's a structure deck. That's why.
and yeah, typical 2-ofs of other good cards.
Yes. Because you got to buy 2 of them to get 3 of everything. Except for your main deck. Anyway. Show us Rescue Ace.
Rescue Ace deck list.
Woo! Show Rescue Ace. Has the
Sorry?
banned Prosperity.
Ah, true. Lol.
Kurikara.
I'm okay with that.
Kurikara searchable.
Not
wait,
this
no,
deck
it's not
list.
playing- yeah, no, sorry, it's not playing the Snake cards that would allow you to search it.
It's just fire. It's a level 1. It makes sense for the deck.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's a small world package.
Outside of that, oh yeah, they've updated some of the
Rescue
secret
Team.
packs.
Emergency Dispatch.
Savage Ray.
So yeah, in the solo mode, you can get icons, one for Exosister
Oh,
in Exosister Ellis,
Give me Impulse.
and then Rescue Ace Impulse for the
cool.
Rescue Ace deck.
Here's that. Like safety.
So yeah, these are some of the cards that you earn for the thing. I'll see if the there that I was thinking. Yeah, there he is. That guy.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that one. Okay.
Yeah. Woo, too big.
It's Dark Master Zark is what he's pointing at. Dark Master Zark.
That was Jinzo. I never got.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I know. That'd be insane. Outside of that, though, got so many garbage cards. So the asset that you can earn from this by accelerating is a back to square 1 field part, where that's your graveyard, that's your banished. It's cute. It's on theme.
Is this the Artful Lose one turn?
Well, yeah, it is kind of like a board game kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Remember when Lose one turn was in the meta? That was fucked.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
It's just a skill drain. It's just another skill drain.
Skill drain if you special summon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then obviously if you get to the end, you
It's
get
relevant.
this little nameplate saying all or nothing because it's obviously all luck based.
Isn't it just Baguska? It's a continuous trap version of Baguska.
Yeah.
Switch everything to defense position, negate the effects of everything in defense. Or maybe, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
been
I
a
think
very
it's
long time.
Slightly better than Baguska because it doesn't need the monster to move to defense to negate its effects.
Yeah.
It's move to defense if it can,
And
and
special
negate
summon
its
negate.
effect if it's special summon. Now the reason I brought up the
Right.
nameplate is I remembered the quality of life update that I'd forgotten last week. So these nameplates used to not matter because they used to only appear in like these 4 slots on your game card and no one cared, right? So
How do people do your friends list, Jake?
well, no, you don't need to. So what they've done is as you start a ranked match, all the nameplates you've ever earned will scroll in sort of like a semi-translucent thing in the background
it's
to
the
show
same-
everybody all the nameplates that you've earned.
The same way it works in Rush Duel Links.
Yeah, so they've integrated that over. It is hilarious if you've earned a lot, as I have because
As-
I've played a lot.
As it is in Rush
When
Duel
you
Duel
first-
Links.
When you verse someone that is relatively new and they just have like beginner duelist, fan of the anime, blue eyes enjoyer.
It's okay. It's just a Smurf account. It's fine.
Well, yeah, most of them are just bots just
Yeah.
trying to do the Earthbound FTK on you, which is very fun.
Okay, sure.
Down.
That's yummy FTK.
So,
Yummy.
yeah, they activate a trap that summons you tokens and then use the trap copy thing from Grave that halves your life points. Transaction rollback.
Yep.
They use transaction rollback to copy an effect in Grave that's like destroy all monsters your opponent controls and burn them for 2,000 for each monster destroyed. And then the tokens that they've given you also burn you, so you just die.
Those tokens is how yummy FTK works, though. You give your opponent tokens and you basically start popping them.
I've never.
Yummy FTK.
Diametrically opposed. Ben, the FTK enjoyer.
Yeah.
Kurt, the man who just wants to have fun.
You don't have to worry about what your opponent's playing if they don't get a turn.
That is the fucking problem.
But yeah, that's where Master Duel's at the moment. Moving on, we've got some more news about the anime. So we have the 2nd episode releasing on
The
May
23rd.
23rd. So this is
Sky Striker 2.
Sky Striker 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Apparently there's a short teaser, and the teaser implies that it is going to be more about Rose than it is about Ray.
But so there's a short teaser. The episodes are only 3 minutes long. How short can this teaser possibly be?
2 seconds.
Yeah, GIF length, basically.
Sure. Okay.
Look at this character.
It
It's
does-
gone.
It does confuse me that like they've made such a big deal about the anime coming out this year, and they've started with such small little morsels.
I think it's always just going to be these small little more.
Surely not, though.
And then they'll all put it together at the end. So that we'll just get like monthly drip feeds of 3 minutes of Sky Striker. And then a year's gone by and we'll be like, damn, we don't want this anime anymore because it's just been 3 minutes of Sky Striker the whole year. And they'll go, oh, okay, no problem. We'll make an actual anime instead. Off we go.
Well, I feel like, is that not the point of this? Are they not trying to do like the Arcane thing and make like whole ass Netflix things eventually? Is that not the goal? Should
I
it
don't know.
not be the goal?
No clue. I believe so. I'm still subscribing to the belief that this is all just them trying to get advertising for their own anime studio for other companies to hire them to make their own animes. Not for this. This is all just a demo of what we can do.
Right.
Voice acting is not one thing that they can do.
To be honest, I haven't.
Well,
Just wait until they're all out.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you'll get 10 minutes of content.
yeah, wait until the box set.
Yeah.
The thing is, with the snippets that have been released, I feel like the Sky Striker solo mode had a lot more content in it. The only thing it didn't have was voice actors.
I haven't
Then
played
you'd
the
have
Sky
to pay.
Striker solo mode, so I don't know the content.
Well,
The only solo mode that I've played in the past like 2 years is the X Saber one because I really like X Sabers. And I was
Oh,
like,
you found out about the lore of the X-Sabers
X-Saber
where
lore.
they had a boss and then
Woo.
the boss left.
Yeah.
And then someone picked up his sword and said, guess I'm the boss now.
Got him. Woo.
But yeah, we'll
Those are
hopefully get some more like substantial content later in the year, but we'll see how we go. Next bit of news, we've got Retro Pack 2 box being released in the TCG.
North America only.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Shit is the first one. The first one's great. The issue is it didn't get it here. Retro Pack's great.
Better go. We looked.
New.
Yeah, someone hit this, man.
Like, where are the Cristrons?
Retro Pack was fantastic.
Nah, it's like a retro pack. Like
Yeah, Retro Pack 1. It's not for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It's for old shit.
Oh.
Yeah, Retro Pack's for old shit, Kurt.
yeah.
Ignore the cut that just happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
We did not just experience some technical difficulties.
So with Retro Pack 2, this is a re-release of the
Original Retro Pack 2.
The 2009 packs. So
I'm still fairly sure the US never ever got Retro Packs, this is now the apologies to them getting Retro Pack.
oh, so they said they were getting it and they just never did?
Yeah, I think originally Retro Pack only released in Europe.
Oh.
Which was relevant because we got a bunch of reprints, I think, in Retro Pack 2, which they had gotten in jumps.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some weird legacy to Retro Pack.
So there's a
Yes. No. No, so also some people have brought up the fact that they seemingly haven't stopped printing Retro Pack 1. Retro Pack 1 keeps getting restocked at all the shops in America that sell it. So they seemingly think that they might just keep reprinting Retro Pack and have it as kind of this old product that sits on the shelves, which I'm not against. Retro Pack 2, though, does have some very valuable cards in it, so it will be very interesting to see what happens to those cards.
So with this one, they've highlighted that it's going to keep the original card frames and card look, as well as the original card names and texts.
That's
no right.
gonna be interesting.
No erratas, no...
Will the foil in the top corner be different?
Well, you would think so. Or no, actually, they've said
Yeah.
card names and card looks. So it implies that the attribute symbol wouldn't be foil.
Yes. I'm also assuming that this probably means they will be on limb, because there has to be a distinguisher between the two. Otherwise, yeah, it's... I
Double the drop rate for
Retro Pack
all
2 was
foil
released in the
cards.
Americas, but it had an extremely limited release run, so it was still very hard to find, which is why some Retro Pack cards are so ridiculously expensive.
Fair enough. So it has a 101 card set, 11 secrets, 8 ultras, 10 supers, 24 rares, and 48 commons.
$20 USD a box.
And 9 cards per box.
There never,
Oh, 4 9-card packs, sorry.
there never was Retro Pack 3. So, yeah. Don't ask for Retro Pack 3.
Yeah, you can't have it.
I actually think I asked for Retro Pack 3 like a year ago on the podcast, and they're like, how would you do old content? Retro Pack 3, yay!
How would you like to do the other ones again, except not, because you can't have them here?
It's Retro Pack Bonanza.
Yeah, pretty much. And you didn't buy any of that.
No. Because it wasn't easy to just get old stuff. They're like, congratulations, spend $250 on a box, and one of the 5 cards you pull is old. Unless you pull Esper, which is for some reason in the fucking regular card pool.
Yeah,
Don't get me
no
started
idea
on
why
that again.
that's there. Now, we had a little bit of a hint of some DDD support coming out, and we have more of it going to be released in the Doom of Dimensions set.
Probably should have picked up there's going to be DDD support in the set called Doom of Dimensions.
Yeah, they seem to be on their sort of like initial hints now.
Yeah.
Like Alliance Insight, a lot of people picked up it was AI,
yeah,
meaning Ignista.
Guess what? We got that.
That one.
This is the Doom set.
Well, no, the one in between is Duelist Advance.
Yes, which is advanced.
We know everything that's in that one.
Yeah, but
it's just a Duelist set.
Yeah, they start each like quote unquote law run with a Duelist set.
oh,
This one's actually seeming pretty shit. And
Doesn't seem
typically all
great.
the Duelist
Well,
sets are great.
Yeah, I suppose the main thing with that one is the new lore, which seems decent, but it's just been overpowered by a lot of the extra stuff.
Yeah, it's like, here's this great deck, but anyway, Yummy's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, the best thing coming out of Duelist Advanced is the 2 cards that you put into fucking, whatchamacallit, Vanquish Soul.
Yeah.
Like, those are the best cards in that set.
Yeah, that deck will be good until
Because they don't get Canine. There'll still be a fair amount of people playing VS at Oceans.
Yes, because people
Just
are
because they'll be
cringe.
like, oh,
well,
got
the thing
VS.
is, it's like, okay, the threat of Vanquish Soul.
Right.
Only because I can play around max.
Yeah, also, Vanquish Soul's a lot easier to beat when you don't have to worry about 3 TC Boo. Still
Yes.
one to worry about. It's fine.
So anyway, they get a couple of main deck monsters. I'm not going to read through them all because they're DDDs.
Yeah,
and
they've
like,
all got a lot of text.
They
Yeah.
are quite good.
They are quite good.
They are. So this one is probably one of the better main deck ones, the new Demise King. In the Pendulum Zone, it just places a Dark Contract from your deck face up on the field.
They do have a knock.
That's
That one's-
really
that one's-
fucking good. Oh, the other Dark Contractor says add anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Add anything, fuse anything. They have a new one that's off-turn interruption, but they also have the old one that's off-turn interruption,
Yeah.
like the Dark Contract with the Witch or something.
yeah.
Just that card on its own already makes DDD.
The field spell is also a Dark Contract, am I correct? And
I-
it searches a Dark Contract when it goes to grave.
Maybe?
It also is a floodgate.
Yes, it is a floodgate. They've got a new synchro, a new which one's this?
That's an Xyz.
That one's a synchro.
Oh, that's the
This
This
synchro?
one
That's the
is
Xyz.
the
Fusion.
Fusion.
I love
Um,
the art for the. I don't know. I can't just.
You know, the thing I don't like about these new DDD arts is like the characters seemingly are just floating in existence. Like old mate in the chair that we're about to see in the next art. The chair's just kind of floating in existence.
Yeah, it doesn't really have any context, does it? It's
Yeah.
just kind of like,
Like-
I am in a chair.
From memory, the only one that I can remember just kind of floating there is the rank 4, the good rank 4. The rest of them all seemingly had a presence about them.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose this one's in.
He's
Well, this
standing.
one's in the Ring of the Dark Magician, so I don't know what he's doing.
Is it the Ring of the Dark Magician or is it the Albaz? No, not Albaz. No, the Blue Boy stuff. He's got the book there.
Oh, it's because he's based on Wisdom King Solomon. He's reading.
Ah. Remember, Yu-Gi-Oh cards have to have wisdom in the name for them to be able to read.
I
True.
think.
Well, DDD have an inbuilt card that says like it hard locks you to DDD, so no one else plays it. But basically, you summon it, and your opponent can no longer activate effects from the hand for the turn.
Okay.
They have a few cards that are like that.
Like this one, the new Link 3. Granted, if you're waiting to summon this to not be nibbed, it's going to be too late because you're going to get nibbed before you get to it. But basically, when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand, quick effect, banish a DD monster or Dark Contract from your graveyard, negate the activation.
Pretty good.
Yep. It also gives you something to do with the Link 2 that you used to have to summon twice
Well,
to
you
get
used to
shit into graveyard.
also turn the Link 2 into the Xyz at the end. You'd be like, congratulations, you've now been ranked up into the rank 12.
Yeah. I don't remember which one it was. We may have already passed it. It's not... Oh, no, it was the Fusion. The Fusion we passed. So this one is basically like the DDD Zark. The fusion materials are
Yeah,
one
Great
of each
Dimension,
extra.
King Arc, Crisis, yeah.
I don't know if it's all that good. It's decent, but like the effort
Well,
to go through with summoning it, it's more like an end game piece, and
The
I
fact
feel
that
like
it
they don't
banishes
need it.
from grave is good. Like, that is pretty much always going to be live. Like, you can just go banish 4 from grave summon.
Yeah, that's
It's not
fair.
that hard, because like
Is
the
the
deck
pendulum
is
effect in it?
constantly like sending. I'm assuming it goes to the pendulum zone if it's destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the first DDDD card?
Oh, it might be.
Oh, quad D.
Yeah, 40.
Like I like it in the sense that like it is a game ender. Like you've played through your opponent's board, you summoned a bunch of stuff, they've negated everything, and then you just like, and now I banish 4 from grave, summon this, everything you've got's negated, it can attack everything, game over.
Oh, and then this one gives it extra. This new Xyz, if it's banished, you target a DD, and then
Click damage to friend equal to half its original attack.
and the fusion can attack all monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Way to give it missing.
I mean,
Probably.
probably, yeah. Then a couple other cards, which again I'm not going to read.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
It's
blah.
a banish.
Yeah.
Shuffle back 2 dark contracts to banish.
So yeah, look forward to your updated spreadsheets. Please don't pay $200 for them.
I always thought people were only paying like $20 for those spreadsheets, and then when I
Yeah.
found out that they were paying $200, I was like, oh, I'd now be much more pissed off than if.
Anyone that bought them from Pack.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
those were $200 spreadsheets.
I now
That
see
is
the
why
problem.
people were
Yeah.
pissed. 200 USD, and he didn't even give you the combo he used, or his team used to get into top 8. Go fuck yourself, Pack.
Yeah.
Hey.
So we've got some new pricing updates for, I suppose, both.
Not pricing. Fun fact: this is not pricing. This
stuff?
this is a booster pack that will be available for purchase from your OTS store
Oh, this one is. Yeah,
during
sorry.
YCS.
Sorry,
During
there's-
World Championship.
There's a different one. So yeah, this one is a purchasable product. There is pricing that we'll get into. So it's cards themed around the World Championship season happening in France.
Means that they're dirty French cards with
Jesus.
artwork borders like their art.
Yeah, they've got like picture frame borders and a French flag instead of the 25th anniversary symbol.
I'm not going to buy these out of protest. Nah, I'll probably buy a couple packs.
Not buying them out of protest is very French because the French love a protest.
That's why I'll buy them.
I'll just buy it.
So the ones that they've told us that we're getting. Oh, wait, there's different ones?
Yeah, they're different alt arts from arts that are at the Louvre. That's why we got that fucking teaser the other day to look like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the Louvre. That's
Okay.
why.
So yeah, we've got 2 different versions, seemingly of all of them. The ones that they've told us about so far, because there's going to be 20, but they've only told us some.
The next news story.
Oh, it's the next. Okay, cool. I'll move over. So the ones are Breaker, the Magical Warrior. It's too old for Kurt. He doesn't. Get
that
it.
one's for spectators. But there's a chance that it could show up in the packs.
Okay. Mirror Force.
Yeah. So that and Exodia are the 3 we know about.
There's others because it was hinted at in this article, so I'm going to go back here. So we get Ubel, the Fire Fist versus Atlantean Mermail spell.
Viking.
What did I say?
Fire Fist.
Oh, sorry. Close enough. Fire King versus Mermail.
Info spoilers story.
Yep.
That's
So I
filthy.
think it was Diabelle specifically, as well as Blue Eyes. I can't remember which art of Blue Eyes it had in there. I don't think it was one of the good ones.
I did see a thing from people like complaining that people have stopped buying the new alt art Blue Eyes because they're worried that it's going to be the print in here. But we'll find out. It's going to be tablet art
Probably.
Oh, God, I hope not.
because the tablet's an artwork.
Is it? It's more of an artifact.
Yeah. So yeah, these will be available for purchase from locals. The other 2 that we talked about are apparently the ones for going there, but at the same time, we didn't know about the pack when this news was announced. So there's a chance that these will just also be in that pack, and then off you go.
Potentially, especially when you consider the fact that you have to be a French person to be able to spectate.
Yes, it's also a Frasse les Grieux Magique.
Sure. And then...
Force
Force
du
du
Miroir.
Miroir.
Disgusting language.
Some people call it the most beautiful language, but sure.
No, it's not.
But we move on to our Discord. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link is in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. A couple of questions this week, first of which comes from 6R6. How do you type/text on your phone/tablet? No one's typing on a tablet. Single finger type, dual thumb, or swipe type?
Double thumb it.
I'm a single thumb person.
Double thumber.
I had to make sure.
I
Just had to pretend to type.
Yeah.
Swipe typing is for Zoomers.
I've tried it.
I've
It's
seen it
horrible.
happen on my keyboard and I hate it.
Yeah, no. Anytime I see anyone swipe typing, I'm like, what flavor is your ADD?
But yeah, typing on a tablet seems fucking weird.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next question comes to us from Rye Guy. Any favorite underdog decks this format? Kurt.
Christian.
No. Horace.
No. Christian, stop you.
My favorite underdog deck for this format is Outstanding Dog Marin Turbo.
I fucking knew you were going to say something dog related.
But definitely pick up a match at locals if you take it. So yeah,
just one though. Like he's not just saying like one match minimum. He's saying one match.
Yeah, one.
That's it.
One match. Yeah, you'll have a chance to maybe win your X4 matchup.
That may or may not include the buy.
May not include the buy. The deck's just been Konami really targeted on the ban list, so you know.
I like it's not really an underdog, but like it's not a deck that like is on people's horizon, and it's in no way disparaging to you. It is Memento because people just refuse to understand it. There's a lot.
It's only an underdog deck because people don't want to learn it.
Yeah,
like it's quite a good deck. It's just very complicated.
Yeah.
I thought it died to every single army.
Not really, no. It only summons from the extra deck like once. It summons from the deck a couple times. It gives like 2 or 3 to everything.
Yeah, like if you can activate a couple of Molchamis, you will draw a little bit. I think Meows and
Meows hits
Rulia is probably your best ones because I feel like a lot of their summons are from hand. Yeah, Meows would have gone.
Yeah, so all 3 are open.
Yeah.
Outstanding Dog Marin.
Yeah, I do agree. Memento is like to be honest, I didn't look into testing against it.
Yeah, fair.
It's been to the detriment of
we
many
all also
people.
refuse to play it, so it's not like you have much to test against.
I mean, we've got 2 people at locals that could play it, but they also cycle through a lot of different decks, so it's very hard to pick the day to test them for Memento.
Yeah.
Jesse answered this question as well. He said Argo Stars with a clown emoji.
Yeah. Big underdog deck. Definitely just the Argo Stars that do the work.
And then finally, Jazelenko, back from last week. Would you guys prefer states to be a 2-day event similar to YCS? We've done it for Melbourne for the past 2 years, and it seems like a great way to avoid event running into crackhead hours, as he says. Would seem like a great way to have an uncapped event because the 128 hard cap does seem extremely rough for Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
So they kind of used to when we had it as
Nats.
Nationals and Oceanics because they'd run one day after the other.
Yep. Oh, it'd run over 3 days. The 2 events.
3 days?
Yep.
Oh,
because
yeah,
it always
right,
run on the long weekend.
Yes, that's true.
That was also only ever it was in the same location.
Yeah.
Yep.
Question: if they wanted to make it day 2, upping the cap will make it go the same distance.
Oh, if you add another round or 2
Yeah.
from increasing the round, like you probably just come back the next day for top 8, or come back for the final round and then top 8. So you do 8 rounds in one day, go home, come back. I don't actually have a complaint about how time-wise the event ran. Like it ran pretty well. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was very end, where like people. If you have got top 32 pricing, come and get it.
That was pretty. No, it was if you know you can't make top 32, come and get your pricing.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking people showing up after that fact being like, oh, I thought I could make top 32, but I'm 103rd. Can I have my pricing, please?
Just so obnoxious. Yeah, I don't think there was a problem with the time. I think it is a problem with the capping, but I suppose if you
uncap it, you do have to make it 2 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the main issue, just not being able to allow multiple people.
Book a nice venue for day 1, and then go back to fucking Penrith for day 2 for like that final round in Top Cut.
Yeah, like if you had the 2 things, you wouldn't need to have 2 different venues.
Very fair.
Yeah.
We need to get Tourism New South Wales on board.
Oh yeah.
Get us a venue, Tourism New South Wales.
Surely there's a government grant or something to apply for. Surely.
Definitely could. Yeah.
Yeah, lazy bastards. But that does conclude us for this week. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you are listening, feel free to favorite, come to our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Au revoir.
Moo, 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 moo.
Boo!